right after high school, 2009, I went to graduated high school, of course, and went to Sonoma State University to become an architect. I wanted to
like for building art, for like buildings, or for architect within the digital space of like games and stuff like that.
It was going to be more in buildings, like Frank Lloyd Wright, for example. That joke's on me because I'm still an architect. So I went to school at Sonoma State University for about a year and realized that that's not what I wanted to do and that I wasn't ready for college. When I came back to San Diego, I went ahead and applied to Miracosta Community College and started looking into other things I might be interested in. So at that time,
Are you from California?
Yeah, I'm born and raised San Diego.
Okay.
I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I have had a background of liking computers, no programming background, but I really liked working and tinkering with computers. I've been using Linux for, at this point, like 14 years. So I knew that I had some interest in programming, or not programming, but computers. And I went ahead and took my first computer science class at Miracosta Community College. Of course, my initial interest is video games. I go in there like, I'm going to learn how to make games. And that was number one, what I was going to do. And I said my number one goal, do not become a web developer. That was all I wanted, was not to be a web developer. Don't know why. I can't remember why I didn't want that. But as we will talk, I didn't get to stick to that plan.
Did you teach yourself Linux like back in the day, or did you take courses, or how did you go to that as your operating system of choice? A lot of people either go Mac or PC. Like,
I don't have the best excuse. I remember seeing a video on YouTube of somebody using something called Compass Fusions, which is something you can get on Linux as a window manager. And the things I was looking at were something called wobbly windows and different animations for when you close out of the windows. And I was just like, this looks so cool. I want to have a desktop cube for multiple desktops, all this functionality, and downloaded, installed it, got it working on my computers, and I just never went back. I use nowadays, it's much different. I'm in the enterprise world. I'm trying to be professional. I got Windows on my desktop, got my MacBook Pro, and all of the servers that are run at home and in the cloud are all Linux.
That's awesome. And you set that up all by yourself, like currently at home, or did you have any help setting up all that to have all that automation at home work for you as well?
Most of the stuff I do is independent. I like to tinker. I like to explore. I like to learn new things. One of our principles that we have had a fundamental concepts that we try to apply to ourselves in our group in engineering is to learn and be curious. Always learn and be curious. My boss will really likes to express that is extremely important. And it's something that I've carried throughout my entire career, if you will.
That's good. When you were at college, did they have any courses geared towards gaming in general, or was it more GE classes and electives that you could just like focus on? They didn't really have any video game programs or like programming programs for video games or anything like that?
There were no game programming classes. Okay. I had my share of G's just as we had to do it, and taking speech and English and you gotta do it. But there were computer science classes, CS 111 through 13. It's beginner, intermediate, data structure, architecture types, compilers and assembly language. So I took some classes on C++, mobile development back when Android was super hot. It's still hot, sorry.
Yeah, Android is good. It's the best. It's the best.
So I got a lot of the bulk of my experience there. And I kind of took that experience that I got there and applied it to different things that I had. I'd ask friends that had occupations at different companies, hey, can I write a piece of software for you? Hey, can I automate some
you're fine.
Some meaningless task that you have to do that you don't like? And a lot of my friends were like, oh my gosh, I do this thing every day that I just really could use some automation with. And that's kind of where I guess automation started. I just realized that I really liked taking redundant tasks and simplifying it to push this button, or don't push this button, it runs on its own kind of thing.
It's like being the controller. You're in control of everything that happens. The conductor of sorts,
the conductor. Right? I don't want to say the controller, but the conductor. I helped guide things that are in the right direction to kind of autonomously do their thing.